Full Spectrum RC here, guys. It was brought to my attention that I actually did my Teflon tape mod wrong. So here we are. I'm going to take it all apart. I woke up this morning to a clogged printer once again. So this will give me a chance to check up on the tiny little shim mod I did myself when I put a little piece of Excel tin where the gear had worn out the extruder housing. Which I find to be a huge issue, but okay. So everything's free. I think I'm just gonna pull everything out anyways. There we go. 1, 2. No. I guess people don't really like the head mount GoPro for this kind of stuff. It's disorienting, so I'm gonna try to get everything in there with this. I got the GoPro mounted up on something else now. Hopefully that'll help you guys out, and I'll still be able to show you guys everything. What am I attached to right now? Nothing. Okay, come out rain. There we go. And just the one bone tube. Okie dokie. So just pull it through. Good. Perfect. Okay, it's all free and clear. So right now, as you can see, I have the Teflon tape wrapped all the way around just like that. That is incorrect. Not the right way to do it. So I'm going to have to cut all that off, redo it properly. I think I'm going to lube the rails again, make sure everything's flowing freely. I'm really wondering what the heck is going on with this, because the tin moved. That's what's going on. Damn it. Okay. So, I'm gonna have to do something, because that's exactly what happened. The tin moved away, it moved around and it followed that thing, the gear, and it jammed itself away from the PLA rather than jamming it on it like I was hoping. Oh man, now what do I do? There's a lot of play in that. I don't like that. Well, that might be it for my Tiko. I don't know yet. I've said that a bunch of times now, but this time it might be true. Oh, I can't even get that off. No. That's disappointing. So, since I got it all apart, and I can kind of show you every spot I've noticed, I'm going to go through all the failure points at this point. I had to glue this. This broke. I pulled the wire right off. I've had to take this thing apart and put it back together so many times now. parts are just failing from being disassembled so often. This one's one of them. The wires, like I said, they just pulled off. I had a failure to load, or I would say there's no filament because this wasn't depressed. These aren't tight enough, or they're a weak point. This is something everybody's had to mod right away. Apparently the motors are too weak to bounce over the globs that it's creating, which is also another issue. What I've gathered so far is that this is not very accurate. It's hard for me to tell. Maybe my readings are off, but this doesn't really seem to be consistent. Not everybody has the same temperatures, and it seems like. This here, the gear pushes against the plastic, and it eventually erodes and pushes away because this is not tight in there at all, and it moves. So it has a little bit of play, and it'll push away from the filament when you're talking like that. It has to push down this Bowden tube here, where it seems like there's a lot of friction and it's getting jammed a lot. This screw here doesn't actually lock in at all. It's not threaded in, just pushes in and then that's it. Just sits there for the bearing. What else? Well, that seems to be the big problems, which unfortunately is the guts of the entire thing. Not to mention software issues, which I'm not even sure are software issues anymore. I'm just thinking it's just hardware. Oh, here's another one. I immediately tore my ribbon cable. They're put in such a way that they're hard to take out, and I ripped off 3 of the 6 contacts after, I don't know, second time taking it apart. Now, something else I noticed, I straighten them out now, but these white headers here, they're quite tight. So what happens is when I'm trying to remove these, the plastic is actually coming with it, and what I noticed was they were actually bending, which after doing that a few times, one of these is going to pop off. I'm going to have to solder this or get a new board. That's eventually what's going to happen here. Pretty disappointed. It's not what I was expecting. Tiko pretty much failed on every point. I got a few good prints, but I've also got a bag full of garbage. And I had some of the best ones at first. It seems like the longer you run it, the worse it gets. And it could be this. This just could need to be made out of metal or something. Otherwise, I don't know. I can't use it at this point. And I've saved it a bunch of times. Now I'm done crying. I took it all apart. I managed to get the filament out from here. I took a blowtorch to it. I'm not kidding. And I heated the end. I just pulled the filament out. This here, I made a bigger shim this time that'll more closely fit the actual hole that's been carved out by the gear. I greased it up really well this time. Made sure that it even if it does move, it'll still keep contact with the filament. And I am taking all of the stuff that I put on there before off, and I'm trying it again properly. Cha-cha! Cha-cha! With a steady cam. You're welcome, everyone. So, here we go. Come on. I have my cheap Chinese thread seal CFE tape. I hope that's still Teflon. Sure looks like it is. So, what they say to do this way There. Instead of wrapping it all the way around all the one side, is you just take one at a time and you go around it up to 6 times from what I've gathered. 1, 2, 3. They say to do it with tweezers, but my wife has all the tweezers. I have no tweezers. There we go. I think that's 4. I lost count. I'm not good with big numbers. Yeah. And am I gonna dummy finger it again? No. Oh my God! First try. Okay. Does he go for the double? Can he do the double? Oh my God. Oh my God. Bam! Success. So, do that 12 times. I'll spare you guys all that. So, just so you guys can see, right up nice and close, that's what one should look like. Not with these things hanging out. You should cut those off. Definitely cut those off. Come on, come on, come on. Bam. There we go. So that's gone. Bam. Oh my God. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, so a bong, coffee, 2 Teflon tape rolls, as I had one just peel out terribly on me, and like half an hour later, because of these dummy fingers, I finally got all these little guys put back together. So now I'm going to relube the rails, jam everything back in again, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll get some prints. I'm stubborn. I'm so stubborn. I brought it back to life again. Ha! 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 Anyways. Here we go. God. So, 15 minutes later, I've got it all back together. But will she print? Probably, for a little while. Looks like it's good to go. For now.